Social experiments are often fascinating and sometimes unsettling windows into human behavior, revealing truths we might not otherwise confront. In this video, we'll explore 7 dangerous social experiments that pushed boundaries and uncovered startling insights about society. Be sure to watch until the end, because the final experiment will leave you questioning your own beliefs. If you enjoy this kind of thought-provoking content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel to keep up with more intriguing stories like these. The first experiment on our list is the infamous Stanford Prison Experiment, conducted in 1971 by psychologist Philip Zimbardo. This study was designed to explore the psychological effects of perceived power by assigning participants roles as either guards or prisoners in a simulated prison. What began as a harmless role-play quickly spiraled into chaos. Within days, the guards became abusive, and the prisoners began showing signs of extreme stress and helplessness. The experiment had to be shut down prematurely, but its findings were groundbreaking. It showed how ordinary people, when placed in positions of power or subjugation, could rapidly adapt to those roles, often at the expense of their morality and empathy. It was a chilling reminder of how context can override character, raising important questions about authority and responsibility. The second experiment takes us back to the 1960s with Stanley Milgram's Obedience to Authority study. Milgram wanted to understand how far people would go in obeying an authority figure, even if it meant harming someone else. Participants were instructed to administer increasingly painful electric shocks to a stranger in another room, who was actually an actor pretending to be in pain. Shockingly, most participants continued delivering the shocks, even as the stranger screamed in agony. This study revealed the unsettling truth that ordinary people are capable of committing harmful acts when following orders, highlighting the dangers of blind obedience, a finding that resonates deeply when reflecting on historical atrocities. The third experiment is the controversial bystander effect study, inspired by the tragic murder of Kitty Genovese in 1964. This social phenomenon explores why people often fail to help others in emergencies when there are multiple witnesses. Researchers simulated emergencies in public spaces and observed that the more people present, the less likely anyone was to intervene. People seemed to assume someone else would take action, or feared stepping in would put them at risk. This study highlighted the importance of individual responsibility and how group dynamics can paralyze our sense of duty. Moving forward, the fourth experiment shifts our focus to the world of conformity. In Solomon Asch's conformity experiments, participants were asked to compare line lengths and identify which matched a given reference line. The twist? All but one participant in the group were actors instructed to give the wrong answer. Astonishingly, the real participant often conformed to the majority's incorrect answer, even when it was obviously wrong. Asch's findings revealed the powerful influence of social pressure, showing how much people are willing to compromise their judgment to fit in with a group. The fifth experiment examines the darker side of human behavior in the Power Blue Eyes Brown Eyes exercise, conducted by teacher Jane Elliott in 1968. In the wake of Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination, Elliott divided her third-grade class based on eye color, assigning one group privileges and the other discrimination. Within hours, the children began exhibiting prejudice and superiority based on their assigned roles. This experiment demonstrated how easily prejudice can be taught and internalized, even among young children, and remains a powerful tool for educating about racism and inequality. The sixth experiment ventures into the realm of psychological manipulation with the Rats in the Maze experiment by B.F. Skinner. While primarily conducted on animals, this study offered profound insights into human behavior. Skinner placed rats in a maze and used rewards and punishments to condition their actions. Over time, the rats learned to navigate the maze to avoid punishment or gain a reward. This research laid the groundwork for understanding how reinforcement shapes behavior, from parenting strategies to consumer habits. It also raised ethical questions about free will and the extent to which human actions are influenced by external forces. Finally, the seventh and most thought-provoking experiment on our list is the White Good Samaritan study, conducted by John Darley and Daniel Batson in the 1970s. This experiment tested whether situational factors could influence people's willingness to help others, even when they were primed with moral teachings. Seminary students were told to prepare a talk on the parable of the Good Samaritan and then sent to deliver it. On their way, they encountered a man slumped in need of help. Surprisingly, those in a rush were far less likely to stop and assist, regardless of their moral training. This experiment underscored how situational pressures, like time constraints, often trump moral intentions, challenging our assumptions about ethical behavior. Each of these experiments offers a profound glimpse into the complexities of human behavior, from the dangers of authority and conformity to the roots of prejudice and the influence of situational factors. They remind us how fragile and malleable human morality can be. The lessons they teach are uncomfortable but essential, prompting us to reflect on our own actions and the structures that shape them. If you found these experiments as fascinating as we did, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. These stories are just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to exploring the depths of human psychology. And remember, the next time you face a moral dilemma or observe group behavior, you might find yourself thinking back to one of these experiments and what it revealed about us all.